Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to do my first 2022 Senate election prediction to see if Republicans in this red wave can take back the Senate. Now, there's been a lot of controversy of is this a red wave or is this a blue wave? And right now, I'm just going to give my prediction. I'm going to go through, tell you all the candidates that are running, categorize our safe states, and talk about the really competitive states. So we'll start off here with the safe states. We have Alaska, Utah, Idaho, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma Special, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, South Carolina, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna categorize Ohio as a safe margin here. So, this is the safe margins for these are the safe states for Republicans. Now, let's look at some more competitive states for Republicans. Okay, the state of Florida. Marco Rubio is the incumbent. I think he will win here as a likely margin for Republicans. In the state of North Carolina, Ted Budd, I think that he will win here as a likely margin as well. State of Ohio, J.D. Vance will win here as a likely margin. Okay. Now, let's move on to Democrat safe states. State of Washington, Patty Murray will win here with a safe margin. Oregon, Ron Wyden will win here with a safe margin. State of California, Alex Padilla will win here as a safe margin in this very democratic state. The state of New York, Chuck Schumer will win here with a safe margin as well. The state of Illinois will be a safe margin for Tammy Duckworth. State of Vermont, Peter Welch will win here with, I think, a 10 to a 12-point margin here in this very democratic state. In the state of New Hampshire. Now, primaries have not happened here in New Hampshire yet, but when they do, whoever wins in the Democrat primary, I will predict that they will take this as a safe margin. Now, let's go back here. State of Hawaii. I forgot to look at this one. State of Hawaii. This will go for the Democrats as a safe margin here. Okay. Now, one state I forgot to categorize as likely for Republicans is the state of Iowa. Iowa. Chuck Grassley, very easily, he will win here with a likely margin, probably from an 8 to 10 point margin here, just shy of a safe margin. All right, so I think I've categorized the safe states for both parties here. We have 44 for Democrats and 48 for Republicans. Now, Republicans need 3 more seats to win here, to win the majority. Democrats need about all of these seats. Okay? There are going to be a couple that will go to the Democrats. Not as safe margins, not as likely, but lean and tilt margins here. Majority lean, but some tilts, okay? So, let's start off with Colorado. Michael Bennet, I think, will win here with a lean margin. And for the state of Nevada, Miss Masto, I think, will slightly win here as a tilt margin for the Democrats. Very, very close margin here. The state of Connecticut. Richard Bartholomew will win here with a lean margin here. Okay, we have 5 seats. The state of Maryland, I forgot to categorize as a safe margin just because on the map here it is really small to see. Chris Van Hollen will definitely win here as a safe margin. Chris Jaffe is a really good candidate on the Republican side. Maryland is my home state. I've lived here since I was 8 years old. Was born here, moved to Pennsylvania, moved back to Maryland, and I really love this state. I know it's Democratic, and I'm probably the odd one out, being a true conservative in the state of Maryland. But you know, you kind of have to have them. You gotta have to have conservatives everywhere, and so I feel like that Chris Jaffe, if it was more conservative in the state, he could win. But since Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1, it's very it would be very difficult for a Republican candidate to win. You would have to be a really horrible Democratic candidate for a Republican to win the Senate here in the state of Maryland. Now, we have 4 seats: Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona. The four main like toss-up seats, 4 main competitive seats. The races and all of these are very competitive. The governor races, the Senate races, along with all this on the state level as well. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna categorize this as just toss-ups right now. The state of Wisconsin. Ron Johnson, I think, will get this as a lean margin here. Okay, I think they'll hold on to this. For the state of Arizona, Mark Kelly, he is the incumbent. He's been in since 2020. I think Blake Masters will very narrowly take this state as a tilt margin. All right, if we look at the map right now, okay, 50 for Republicans, 48 for Democrats. If Democrats hold on to Pennsylvania and Georgia, that will mean that they have a majority by 1 vote, which is the vice presidential tie. Okay? So, Republicans need to win at least one of these states to win the majority. And they're both very competitive. We're going to start off with Georgia. Raphael Warnock, he is the incumbent since the 2020 special election and the 2021 runoff. Herschel Walker, I'm going to predict that this goes for the Republicans. Herschel Walker will win this seat as a tilt margin in the state of Georgia. Right now, with how the map sits, Republicans have majority in the United States Senate. This is not a 2014 or 2012 election. This is not a 2016 election. Okay, this is very close. Okay, this is very close for Republicans. And in the last state of Pennsylvania, I will predict that Mehmet Oz will win this seat at a very, very close margin between John Fetterman. John Fetterman, I just don't think that he has run a good campaign. Honestly, neither of them have ran a really good campaign, but I think out of the two, John Fetterman has done worse. Right here, this is the final map, 52 for Republicans and 48 for Democrats. Right, if this happens, Republicans will take control of the Senate. I do think that the Republicans will also take control of the United States House of Representatives by a very decent margin. Not a landslide election, but a pretty decent margin for Republicans. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, God bless, and God bless America. Thank you.